What do all these people have in common besides being rich and famous? They're all victims of identity theft.
So what is identity theft?
Identity theft, I believe, is when someone takes your financial and personal information and uses it for their own personal gain.
It's when people take your identity and try to use it to get money.
Identity theft, is that when someone pretends to be you or something like that?
I'm Joseph Cannon, and during the next few minutes, I'm going to be telling you about identity theft. I'm also going to show you that with a little work, some common sense, and a lot of caution, how you can reduce the risk of becoming the next victim of this all-too-frequent crime. Jay Foley, Executive Director of the Identity Theft Resource Center, helped a teenager whose mother stole her identity after abandoning him.
There was a note on the refrigerator from her mother. "I'm out of here. Rent's paid till the end of the month. You're on your own, kid."
The teen had to work as a stripper to pay her bills until she got help.
Fortunately for us, we were able to work with her and get her cleared up. In fact, she's now in her 3rd year at Harvard University.
And there are other horror stories of identity theft.
I became a victim of identity theft when my employer took the information I gave her for tax purposes and used it to get a credit card and cell phones. I was the one who was expected to pay the money. I was guilty until I proved my innocence.
There was a felony arrest warrant issued for me. There were 2 sheriff's deputies that showed up on my doorstep.
There are crooks out there. It's not just in the movies. It can happen to anybody.
We hear the same story over and over again. People who have their identity stolen, who are then stuck with the mess left by the imposter. Bills, loans, apparently all owed by you. How could this happen? Handling your personal information is a lot like driving a car. They both have to be done skillfully and defensively. But if you're reckless with either one, the results can be disastrous. And you can total your life just as easily by recklessly giving out your personal information or not safeguarding that information carefully enough. Your credit worthiness, like this car, can turn into a wreck. There are 3 types of identity theft. In financial ID theft, that's when someone uses your Social Security number to get credit, a loan, an apartment, or even a car. When someone uses your name and information instead of his or her own when being arrested or getting a ticket, that is known as criminal identity theft. There are cases where the imposter seems to be your evil twin, pretending to be you in every aspect in his or her life. That is called cloning. Even for teenagers, having your identity stolen can devastate your personal and financial future. Identity theft is the fastest growing crime today. Since 2003, more than 10 million people were victims of identity theft each year. In fact, by the time you finish watching this video, dozens of people will become identity theft victims. Anyone can be a victim of this crime. Infants have had their identity stolen. Dead people have had theirs used also. One man had a computer purchased in his name 5 hours after he died. A friend of the family took advantage of this opportunity to steal. A 3-month-old infant had hospital bills for a bad back injury. A hospital worker stole her identity. Even my 12-year-old daughter was a victim. 8 years ago, names and identities taken from a cemetery just like this were used to evade authorities as she was kidnapped and taken out of the country. Thieves don't always work alone. They sometimes sell or traffic your information to other crooks, who then sell it to other crooks, and on and on. Pretty soon, your stolen information can be found in many places across the country. How do these thieves get your information? When you casually throw away mail with important personal information, with your Social Security number, driver's license number, and financial information, pre-approved credit card offers, you're doing just what identity thieves want. Many of these crooks are dumpster divers. Your trash with personal information is like finding gold for a dumpster diver. An unlocked mailbox is a crime waiting to happen. It takes just seconds to steal your incoming or outgoing mail. Mail that may contain your Social Security number, birthday, or any critical information that a thief needs to steal your identity. By the way, postal inspectors call the red flags used to indicate outgoing mail "come steal me" flags. Blogging is a lot of fun, and people can meet some great new friends this way. It can also be safe if you know the right things to do. Keep in mind that the person that you're emailing may not be who they say they are. Never give out any personal information, your Social Security number, your full name, your address. any financial information. In other words, never share anything unless you want the whole world to know. And finally, if you are going to meet an email or blog friend, never do it alone. Speak with your parents. They can help coordinate a spot that you can go to. Always bring 2 or 3 friends. Once again, we just want you to be safe. Unless you bought a sweepstakes or lottery ticket, you didn't win. You will never be notified by email. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. These are the type of scams that we've been warning you about. There isn't anyone from a bank in a foreign country or some poor widow that needs your help in transferring millions of dollars from one account to another with the thought that they're going to reward you for your kind gesture. Besides, doing so is a crime. Avoid all phishing scams. Not phishing, but phishing. That's when they send you emails trying to reel you in, asking for social security numbers and account verification. Don't fall for it. Just cast it away. Be careful of job offers from companies over the internet. Check them out with the Better Business Bureau and call the company at their corporate number to make sure the person who sent you the email actually works there. One victim opened a bank account for a company who started to filter money through it.
And they asked me to withdraw the money and wire transfer it to a different country. By the time I did it one time, and by the time that I was supposed to get a cut, the bank that I had set the bank account with had caught on and realized that this was not a good thing, and they advised me that I was doing something illegal.
And finally, my grandmother used to say, if it looks too good to be true, it probably is. So when you get those emails offering low-cost mortgages, prizes, gifts, that's just a tricky way to try to get your information. Don't fall for it. Just delete. Stolen and found wallets, laptops, and Palm Pilots can be a nightmare because they all have your personal information in them. Just remember, the finder may not be honest. Who are these thieves? It could be anyone who finds your social security number, a dishonest employee, a pickpocket, a friend, classmate, roommate, or even a relative. With so much identity theft going on, you might wonder, is there a way to be a defensive consumer? The answer is yes. You can reduce your risk. One way is to shred all documents with account numbers or social security numbers and use a cross-cut shredder. The smaller the pieces, the harder it is to put back together. And remember the unsecured mailbox? Here's the answer. Have a locked mailbox and take any mail that has a check, account number, or social security number to the post office directly. Don't leave it with the "come steal me" flag on your unlocked mailbox. Don't carry personal information with you that a thief may want, like extra credit cards or social security number. Place it in a locked box safe at home. That'll prevent shoulder surfing as well as lost wallet problems. If you want to keep this information on your laptop, then password protect it.
So I need you to fill out this form.
Ask companies why they want your social security number.
It has always been on the form.
Tell them it's on the form is not a good answer. A few good reasons for providing it are for tax purposes, when you get a job, or to open a line of credit. If you're under 18, check with an adult first. Because you are a minor, you cannot legally sign a contract. When you're home, you need to keep your eyes and ears open for problems. If you see bills or credit cards with your name on them, tell a responsible adult. Tell a relative, teacher, or parent about the bill. If you are under 18, you should not be getting bills in your name. Let the adults find out what the problem is. It may be just a minor problem or even a typing error. How much trouble can you get into? San Diego County District Attorney Bonnie Dumanis has a warning for you.
I'm here to tell you that identity theft is not a game. If you violate the law, if you commit identity theft, you will go to jail, you will go to prison. Think about it twice, because we are looking over your shoulder.
In some states, you may go to jail for more than 15 years if you commit identity theft. The bottom line is, just as you can make yourself safer in the car, you can do things to make yourself safer from identity theft. I know it sounds a little overwhelming, but if you don't follow these steps, an accident or identity theft stands a very good chance of happening. What can really occur with identity theft? No, it's not life-threatening, but it is very crucial to your future. We have people willing to help you for free including the Identity Theft Resource Center and the Federal Trade Commission. If you have any questions, please call or email us on our website, www.idtheftcenter.org. There is a quiz. We suggest you go with your family so that everyone can be identity theft smart. Thank you for watching.